Alright, let's get right back into it. But breaking news. I just read that they're talking 10,000 people in California. And I don't know, maybe that's an exaggeration, maybe it's not. But apparently the place seats 10,000 and it looks pretty packed. So 10,000. Surely that will be a number that people can't ignore. And is this an indication of what's going to happen in California? Alright, well, let's get back to the facts about Iran, conspiracy facts. Let's look at Michael Schur. You've probably seen this guy on Ron Paul videos. He's a big Ron Paul supporter. He was the head of the CIA unit that captured bin Laden. He says that Israel and Saudi Arabia could be setting up Iran as a way to foment war. He's saying that he would not rule out staged government terror by the U.S. government to justify war against Iran. You know, these people, Robert David Steele, Michael Schur, I mean, these are not like wacko conspiracy theorists in cabins in the middle of Wyoming. You know, these are just people that have come across the situations and the facts and are trying to speak out about it. These aren't hoaxes. These aren't crazy ideas. These aren't people with an agenda. Truth has no agenda. These are just facts. All right, let's look at another one. And again, these are on my blog, conspiracyfactdaily.blogspot.com. Pulitzer Prize winning investigative reporter Seymour Hersh has said that they have been provoking war and doing stunts to the point of building boats that look like Iranian boats and then putting Navy SEALs on them to start a shoot-up. That's straight from Seymour Hersh, a Pulitzer Prize winning investigative reporter. Now here's a big one. You may have heard in Republican circles people talk about the Brookings Institution. They wrote a report in 2009 called Which Path to Persia? Listen to this. It would be far more preferable if the United States could cite an Iranian provocation as justification for the airstrikes before launching them. Clearly, the more outrageous, the more deadly, and the more unprovoked the Iranian action, the better off the United States would be. Of course, it would be very difficult for the U.S. to goad Iran into such a provocation without the rest of the world recognizing this game, which would then undermine it. One method that would have some possibility of success would be to ratchet up covert regime change efforts and hope that Tehran would retaliate overtly or even semi-overtly, which could then be portrayed as an unprovoked act of Iranian aggression. That is from the Which Path to Persia from the Brookings Institution, 2009. These are facts, people. Conspiracy facts. There is a conspiracy to get us into war with Iran, and Israel is at the helm of it. The folks that back the the Balfour Declaration and the State of Israel, the Zionist movement, they are behind instigating this war with Iran. It is a conspiracy. Again, there's this theme that I want to share, and please share this with people. This idea that somehow conspiracies don't happen anymore. And all through history, conspiracy after conspiracy, whether it's the monarchy, whether it's Rome, we read about it in our history books when we were in junior high and high school. Conspiracies are a reality. They did not stop in 1913 when the Federal Reserve was created. The income tax was created, and all hell broke loose, essentially. Let's look at another conspiracy fact about Iran. A former member of the British Parliament, I can't remember his name, but he said something to the effect that there's a very real danger that the American government will stage a false flag attack in order to justify war against Iran. Just because it's America, the United States, doesn't mean that we don't do false flag. Doesn't mean that we don't have conspiracies. Consider this point. if you go up to your average American and ask them what they think about politicians, the first thing they say is that they don't trust them, they're all a bunch of liars, they're corrupt. I mean, that is a universal idea. Everybody gets that. But when you try to bring in our concept of a conspiracy, as soon as you say the word conspiracy, there's a chuckle, a smile, a laugh, something to the effect of, oh boy, you're paranoid. You know, that's not an accident. You know, Ron Paul probably has 10,000 people at his rally today, and as soon as you say Ron Paul, like, yeah, I kind of like him, but there's no way he can win. That's not an accident. And I'm telling you, us going to war with Iran is not an accident. It is a conspiracy, and there are facts to back it up. Alright, that's it. Conspiracyfactdaily.blogspot.com. Truth has no agenda. Later.